President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, on the occasion of the passing out ceremony of the 16th batch of the National Youth Service Corps members on Thursday, 4th August 1988, here in Kenya. Fellow compatriots, it is my pleasure to address another batch of Nigerian youth who have just completed their year of service to the nation. A year ago, you enrolled in the National Youth Service Corps team with the aim of contributing your quota to the building of a united, strong, and self-reliant nation, as well as developing those latent qualities of leadership in you preparatory to be leaders of tomorrow. The problems, yearnings, and aspirations of our people can hardly be solved if dedication, commitment, and selfless service are not made the lifestyle of our future croppers. During the service period, you underwent certain physical, moral, and intellectual training aimed at molding you into a disciplined, loyal, and dedicated citizen which this nation can be proud of. A good percentage of you was posted to work in rural areas where development is most needed. I have no doubt in my mind that you have learned useful lessons from the experience which you gathered and which will continue to guide you in your future undertakings. The contributions of the National Youth Service Corps members to national development in the field of education, healthcare delivery, agriculture, they are experts in the areas of research, inventions, and discoveries are today well established. I'm readily informed that members of your sect have further extended the boundaries of these achievements by your own contribution. Besides all this, the involvement of the corps members in the execution of such vital programs of government as delivery, MANTA, national elections, federal road safety corps, and NDE continues to be salutary and commendable. I look forward to meeting those of you who have made remarkable contributions during this service year at the Honors Award ceremony, which has been scheduled for a later date this year. The nation appreciates the spirit of patriotism and of commitment on the part of all past participants, including yourself, which made this achievement possible. It is hoped that you will continue with this spirit of nationalism in whatever capacity you may find yourself in future. I congratulate you for having fulfilled your obligation to serve your fatherland and on your country into the world, both to fend for yourself and to join hands with others in the ongoing task of nation building. As you step into the world today, many challenges await you. The first will be the sense of integrity and sincerity. In a society such as ours, where artificial elements seek to distort our peace and stability for their selfish ends, you will be tempted to do certain things that violate the laws of our land. When you are tempted, remember your oath and what the ideals of the National Youth Service Corps stand for, and I'm sure you will overcome the temptation. The foundation of this nation, from its current social and economic problems, will continue to elude us if our youth do not accept that the destiny of this great country lies in their hands, and that they should therefore redirect their energies to warrior causes and assisting the government in its fight for solutions to our many social economic problems. Unemployment, though a worldwide phenomenon arising from an international recession of the economy, is the greatest problem which this administration has had to contend with. To combat this problem and provide employment opportunities for our youth, the federal military government, as you are aware, has established the National Directorate of Employment with funds released to it for the execution of employment revitalization programs. I'm aware that thousands of youth of this nation have been taking advantage of this program, which consists of the following: National Skill and Vocational Training Program, Special Public Works Program, Small Scale Industries and Business Program, and Graduate Agricultural Program. The objective of this program is to provide gainful employment opportunities, thereby reducing dependency on government for jobs. I'm aware that the National Directorate of Employment, in collaboration with numerous commercial banks, now make loans available to applicants who desire to venture into personal enterprises. I'm reliably informed that a great number of people have secured jobs through this program. It is therefore appropriate that I advise that you leave this field. You should seize the opportunities offered by the various programs of the National Directorate of Employment and explore the prospects available to employment. It is the added desire of this government to revive the nation's battered economy and transform the rural areas into optimal environment. It is also the task of this government to implant stronger pillars of social justice and create a healthy climate for the development of viable and stable social and political culture. It is therefore towards these vital objectives that the various programs of the present government are directed. This administration recognizes the immense potentialities of the youth in our efforts to build a united, stable, and self-reliant nation. I therefore call upon all the youth to join hands with the government to ensure the successful implementation of the social, political, and economic programs. Growth of our country will depend on the active cooperation and support of the youth in particular and the entire citizens in general. It is in this connection that government is calling upon you, in view of your close involvement in this program during your service year, to continue to pledge your patriotic commitment to our common goals of building an egalitarian society. You should always see yourself as part of the vanguard that will make the new Nigeria. At this juncture, I want to congratulate the management, staff, and co-members on the occasion of the 15th anniversary of the National Youth Service Corps Scheme. I have followed with interest the activities mounted by the National Youth Service Corps management to mark the occasion, and I completely share the feelings of those who admit that the scheme has been a blessing to this nation. I'm happier that it is waxing stronger, forging ahead with new programs and directions. Turn!
Conectale, no, you're going to fire. No, let me show. Okay.
of Chief Executive Council, my Lord Spiritual and Temporal, Your Royal Highness, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to the spirit ceremony of 2 Mechanized Division Small Arms Cabinet. Any moment from now, the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, who is a special guest of honor, will arrive at the range. But already, we have amongst us, of this nature to the military cannot be overstressed. The soldier's personal weapon is the most important equipment in his possession. It is, in fact, his best friend. Without a rifle, a soldier cannot fulfill his mission in battle.
Okay, Martin.
And gentlemen, it is a rare privilege and honor to have the President, Commander-in-Chief here today to perform the closing ceremony of 2 Mechanized Division Small Arms Championship for the year 1988. On behalf of myself, officers and soldiers of 2 Mechanized Division, I sincerely warmly welcome the President and his entourage to the Global Cantonment. I would like to observe that public awareness of the importance of weapons competitions has been greatly enhanced since the biennial exercise
was frustrated in 1970. This awareness is manifested in the huge turnout and media interest during this championship. Weapon training, Mr. President, remains the major preoccupation of a soldier. What has been going on at this range in the last few days is not just an exercise to identify talents for the Nigerian Army Small Arms Championship holding in November 1988. I see it as a continuation of our normal military training and an exercise devoted to the enhancement of professionalism. It rekindles troops' interest in professional training, marksmanship, and mental development. A soldier who cannot shoot accurately is a handicap to his formation as well as a burden to the national economy. Hence, emphasis on annual registration as the basis for determining suitability for promotion and deployment. The occasion we are witnessing today is the climax of my division's training efforts towards guaranteeing the proficiency of personnel of Supercanal Division in skill at arms. Furthermore, it marks the beginning of our grand preparation towards our successful participation in the forthcoming Nigerian Army Small Arms Championship to be held sometime in November this year at this same venue. I am confident and with God's will, Supercanal Division will emerge as the overall champion and recipient of the Commander-in-Chief's Cup. I am pleased to inform Mr. President that our major concern in this division is the enhancement of the professional horizon of our officers and soldiers, which will undoubtedly contribute immensely to the overall proficiency and effectiveness of the Nigerian Army. This has been our focus because it is my belief that the efficiency of the Nigerian Army is a function of the various components it is made of, in line with the saying that a chain is as strong as its weakest link. In pursuance of this purpose, the host of training and training-related activities have already been concluded, and there are many more scheduled to go later in the year. At this juncture, let me crave the indulgence of the President to allow me to highlight just a few of our achievements in the field of training. As part of that role in the scheme of affairs in any headquarters, with regard to planning, preparation and execution of goals and objectives is very important. This calls for a staff officer to be mentally alert, conscientious, and up-to-date in establishing procedures. It is in realization of this that the division conducted a staff officers refresher course early this year for all principal staff officers at various headquarters level, which was closely followed by the division's officer training week. Warrant officers, as you know, Mr. President, are very important links between the officers and soldiers, the effectiveness of which is dependent on the awareness and enlightenment level of the warrant officers. To guarantee the effectiveness of this link, an all-encompassing warrant officer training week, which included both national and professional issues, was also conducted in the recent past. Finally, I want to assure the President that we shall continue to be steadfast in our training to enhance not only the welfare of our soldiers, but also to guarantee proficiency. It is my belief that training is a continuous process, which makes the end of this championship by no means the end of our training endeavors. The President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, the Chief of Army Staff, members of the Armed Forces Ruling Council, the military governors, the distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you all a happy relaxation today as I call on the APRO to continue with the program for this special closing ceremony. Thank you.
the President's team, and the team of the Chief of Army Staff. Those in Mr. President's team are Mr. President himself as the team captain, Colonel Oresaya, Military Governor of Oyo State, Colonel John Sagaya, Minister of Internal Affairs, the Alaafin of Oyo, Naval Captain Bode George, Military Governor of Ondo State, Colonel Raji Rasaki, Military Governor of Lagos State, Captain Lawal, Military Governor of Ogun State, Colonel Anthony Uko, Mr. Fabumi, Attorney General Commissioner for Justice, Oyo State, and Chief Duro Onobule, Press Secretary to the President. Those in the team of the Chief of Army Staff are to the marshalling.
Oh God. Don't move, Africana. Don't move. Okay. Huh. Move up. There you go. Down. Down.
How ready, sir?
What's it?
No, it's number 2.
Oh, your governor.
Silence! With Magasin of Sailors! Line load! Bigla! Five, 200! One of them tagay your boat at your own time, carry on!
My governor.
Thank you. When is your turn? When? All the presidents may record all their thoughts. The finals of the volley play competition is now going on between 9 mechanized brigades and 4 mechanized brigades. Finals of the fourth of the volley play competition between 9 mechanized brigades and 4 mechanized brigades. Fort Mechanized Brigade. The chief is still requested to continue with the award. Following plate event. The winner of this competition Chief of Army Staff. The military governor of Oyo State. The military governor of Ondo State. Military Governor, Ogun State. The first award goes to the General Officer Commanding 2 Mechanized Division, DOT 2 Mechanized Division.
Thank you very much for listening.
The next award goes to the Best Improved Formation. The Best Improved Formation is 42 Engineer Brigade by Coming Life. This year, they have been named Giant Killers. Out of 8 formations, the same 6. The Senior Brigade has the distinction of obtaining this. Staff Sergeant Hogan, 2 Deep Garrison. Best Special Weapons. Best Kalashnikov. Staff Sergeant Lawrence. 21 Field Artillery Brigade. That's the Commander for Mechanized Brigade receiving the runners-up trophy. The overall winners, the champions, 2 Med Division, Small Arms Championship 1988, the defending champions also, 9 Mechanized Brigade. Colonel Isaiah Family, Commander, 9 Mechanized Brigade, receiving the overall trophy. Thank you very much, sir.
First of all, I would like to thank the Chief of Army Staff for kindly inviting me to witness this occasion this morning. I may probably want to start this address by reminding you of an old diction which says, if you want peace, you must prepare for war. So I want to say that diction is as valid today as it was when it was said, and it is much more relevant to you now. Within the last few weeks, At your various formations, you have undergone some camping under all sorts of conditions. You have been away from your family during the camping, all in an effort to make sure that you participate in this event. I would like to congratulate the entire division for this wonderful show which you have put here today. During the course of your training, I must say it was tough. You have had a lot of sweat, but I want to say that when you sweat as an individual, it is that sweat that will save your blood. Your collective sweat will guarantee the security and peace of this nation. Your collective sweat will guarantee the stability of this administration. So far, you have done very well. I have also observed that there has been an increase in participation by officers in these competitions. This is how it should be. I would like to congratulate the officers and to ask you to continue this excellent development in our professional career. It is important because we have been taught, and it is also very valid, that in order to be able to be an excellent commander, you must at all times be proficient, as proficient as the man you command. And from what I have seen today, I am particularly pleased that what we have been telling each and every one of you, that there is a need to go back and embrace professionalism. It's not falling in deaf ears after all. So I would like to congratulate the officers. Nysc Brigade has come first in this competition. I suppose this is how it should be, because your location is where the Commander-in-Chief lives. So I would like to congratulate the officers and men of Nysc Brigade. For those of you who have not done as much as the Nysc Brigade, I think you have got an ample opportunity to prove otherwise. And anytime you beat them, I want to assure you I will get you to Lagos. So that is a competition which you must imbibe the spirit of competition. I have also like to congratulate the GOC for putting up, because I have been talking to him, the performances this year have tremendously improved over what it was the previous years. This shows that there is a quest for continuing training at all times. At our level, I will want to say that we are very much aware with most of the problems that are currently facing you. And this is because the Chief of Army Staff, the General Officer Commanding, have continuously tried to bring to the attention of government your various problems. And I want to assure you here that we will do the best we can to make sure that we make life comfortable for you. While we do that, we shall continue to urge you to strive hard towards achieving professional excellence. You can do it, and I believe we should be able to show everybody in this country, everybody within the continent of Africa, everybody in the world, that the Nigerian armed forces are about the best armed forces in the world. And I am saying this very seriously because I believe in it. I have been in it for the last 25 years, and therefore I know what I'm talking about. We are proud. We are proud of each and every one of you. We are happy that this nation has wonderful men, wonderful officers,
in uniform. I sincerely hope that I will see you soon in this same venue in Ibadan, when we are going to expose you to a greater competition among other divisions of the Nigerian Army. Once more, the Chief of Army Staff, I thank you for inviting me, and for every one of you, congratulations for doing very well. Thank you.
Welcome His Excellency, Your personal attendance at this ceremony is a great honor at this Congress. Is further greatly attested to military governor of Lagos State. God itself is the 8th month of the year. And gave birth to our 8th child last night. On behalf, welcome His Excellency, the military governor of Lagos State. You are very much welcome. The AA of the President. Members of the Lagos State Executive Council, the Honorable Commissioner for Education, the Director General, Ministry of Education, Nysc, particularly for the opportunity granted. Our happiness is boundless because present among us to declare the fact that when you were in Ogun State, you created a good rapport. Principals from Ogun State, your Director General Laguna last April, in order that we might learn how best Ogun State will next year. There is no doubt about it that you put mainly concerned about what goes on inside our secondary school. We hold monthly meetings at SMC level where we exchange notes on our administration and where we receive from or pass information to government through the SMC. I do next situation report about our school, even up to the riverine area. Our general meeting is once a year. We organize workshops and seminars in education for effective performance of our role as school administrators. Definitely, these positions Policy on Education 6334 policy late in Lagos State, but I make bold to say about the policy is hard. In 1985, in 1986, we discussed the funding in the area of discipline in schools as a great factor in the implementation. Last year, towards the successful implementation of 6334 system of in doing their best in implementing education policies all along, and that the awareness of parents on their roles is increasing, can be uniformly mobilized for more effective participation. 2. To find out the attending problems on the roles of teachers of today, which make them less dedicated than teachers of old, and make recommendations on solutions to such problems. 3. To examine the content and cultural requirements of the new system of education
and make recommendations to school administrators and government on what greater demands the system will make on administrative techniques, fiscal and manpower needs. All the findings and recommendations will be made available to those concerned towards effective implementation of the new system. We have been selective in our choice of resource settings, and we're lucky to have gained the consent of those combatants with what is going on in education along the line of their own topics. Special attention areas. The military government service. When the Federal Minister of Education talks about 41 unity schools in this country, you should smile and quickly say that all the secondary schools in Lagos State, over 300, are unity schools. For example, in my own school alone, Methodist Brothers School Lagos, only 286 are of Lagos State origin out of 1,415 populations. And that is the case in almost all our schools in Lagos State. Apart from this nature of our schools, a new trend has crept in since SAP and FEM began. Many of those who used to educate their children abroad are now returning them to public schools, especially in Lagos State. As if that was not enough, the rate of transfer from the 41 unity schools back to our schools in Lagos State has stepped up since Nigeria Airways increased its fare to different parts of Nigeria. Definitely, these positions will increase the financial commitment of Lagos State government in education. It may be necessary for the state government at this stage to invite assistance from commercial houses, industries, and the federal government for provision of infrastructure in the schools attended by their children.
It is a pleasure for me this morning to perform the formal opening of the 4th Annual Congress of All Nigeria Conference of Principals of Secondary Schools, Lagos State Branch. Our presence here today as policymakers and operators of our educational system should underscore the significance which education has in the social, political, and economic development of our country. I'm aware that the Conference of Principals of Secondary Schools exists in all states of the Federation, and that its members, because of the advantageous position they occupy in the educational system, have made and continue to make